Do not rent from 165 Kennedy Road South ever. Don't rent. This is how they pound on my wall. All on my ceiling. All on my ceiling here. Management does not care. I know I place this phone close to the ceiling so you can hear exactly what I hear. 6, 7 in the morning. Whatever you do, do not rent from 165 Kennedy Road South in Brampton. You will regret your stay here. They will be really friendly with you, telling you how it's a nice high-rise building, but you're not getting the service here. Research online before you come here, and be very careful about those 4 and 5 star ratings, because those are not of tenants. My neighbors get up so early in the morning, unemployed, get up early, and this is no pandemic. She's been unemployed for how many years, living off her children and any sort of government assistance. So she has nothing but time. She has nothing to lose. And if you're wondering what happened to the superintendent, now superintendent will only answer who she wants to answer. If you've got a question about the place, the dirtiness, the untidiness, all sorts of graffiti, the piss on the stairs, the shit on the stairs, listen, keep your mouth closed. Do not be a target. Don't even ask them about the building. What you've got to learn to do when you see the piss or the human shit that's on the stairs, skip over it. When you're dealing with roaches and all those things, don't complain. The moment you start complaining, they get annoyed. I start complaining about my next door, my neighbors start complaining about. Never knew that they have befriended the superintendent, so she's not going to do anything to help me. She's not even doing her job. I don't understand how that is even legal for you to have a place and there's no organization here. And some people may say, okay, get up and go. It's not that easy to just go. It's not that easy. When you live where you can afford, you're paying your money, so you're expecting service. And honestly, after talking to so many of the neighbors and just people just genuinely just venting, sometimes you don't even have to know the neighbors. They see you by you smiling and everything. Some neighbors will vent to you and let you know what they're going through and letting you know that, listen, if they had another option, they would not rent here. I'm very frustrated. Because when you call the police, they said, oh, you know, it's private property. They should be taking care of you. No, that's not how it works. They'll take care of you if you're their friend. Do not rent from this place. It looks nice on the outside. You'll be greeted in a friendly way. Run. Check the reviews all over social media, on Google, and I said, be aware of those so-called 4 and 5 star ratings, because they're not of tenants. I don't know who wrote them. and you're trying to tell me they're not purposefully doing it. If I go in my bedroom, it's there because there's a lot of these idlers, low IQ adults that are up there. It's hard to even say how many people living up there. I would expect this from a third world country, but not Canada. I mean, problems are everywhere. Wow. But the way Canada advertise, their rules, regulation, the laws. I thought basement living was bad. Wow. I want to say I don't know what they could be banging on my ceiling with. They just pound it. Oh my gosh. The daytime is even worse. Worse in the daytime. But even if I were to video the daytime, it would not make a difference. It's like the person is walking and bumping a ball or something. have a quiet time in this building because I can't hear any of my neighbors in the distance. And they're still going. The superintendent no longer answers my call. She knows I'm calling about her friends, so she's ignored me. I've written letters, you know, talking about the problem. I've left voice message, text messages. I've done everything that I possibly can. I even talked to her boss, and of course she's in her boss's ears, so it's not a win-win for me. Ask real residents if you're ever looking to rent a place. Ask the tenants themselves. Do not ask management. Ask the tenants what their experiences are, and they will tell you. Make this place be your last option. When you're locked into this one-year lease agreement, oh my God, it's hard for you to break it. You have to go through a lot of process to break it. So it's not easy, even if you say, oh, I'm having issues, my neighbors are really noisy, they got children, for hours on end. They will drag your lease out as long as they possibly can. They'll tell you about mediation, going through, oh, we'll investigate, we'll do. They'll tell you everything and drag it right out. Oh, we talk to your neighbors, all that. The only way an investigation can happen is if they come to your unit and they sit for an hour, 2, even 4 hours if they have to, and investigate. That is a proper way of investigating. My superintendent only came for 5 minutes, or not even 5 minutes. Came, listened, she heard it, and because they are her friends, she pretend as if, oh, it must be coming from somewhere else. She tries to blame other people when clearly she knows where it's coming from. I don't know what sort of secrecy they've got between them, but it's tight. It's like they have a ball or something and they're sitting in one place and just bumping it, or maybe they've got a stick or and I don't flipping know. I'm at my wits' end with all this. I will start filming in the daytime as well, so you can really have an idea of what the daytime is like. try and sleep in this. And these are adults going on like this. You can't go up there to confront them because you don't want it to be a violent situation, and then you're gonna hear that, listen, you left your apartment all entirely a different floor you're on to confront your neighbors. You can't confront them and management won't do anything. This is why I always say the crime rate will not stop, because you're paying your money. You're a legal tenant here, the leaseholder, and management gladly accept your money. Listen, man, to be poor is a crime. After how many years of dealing with this sort of thing, the reason why they've upped their antics, it's because now it seems more like this building is trying to get them out. Trying. All they had to do was move these people in the basement or the ground level from a longer time. You can't put a full-fledged family that's disrupting their neighbors right on top of everybody else. I mean, you can't discriminate, but when you see that it's a problem year after year, switch them, place them elsewhere. There's vacancy, and you refuse to do it. So they're not discriminating against the family, but yet they're discriminating against me because I have to suffer. All over. So this is it. Now I have to call the police. I don't know if they're coming, but I'll have to